On this episode of the Dog Pound Outdoors. Welcome to episode number 21 of the Dog Pound Outdoors. I'm your host, M-Dog, and I want to thank you for tuning in and spending your time right here with me. On this episode, it's the last day of Delaware's October muzzleloader season, and I'm hoping this hunt will turn out better than the last time we were out there. If you had a chance to watch the last episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I managed to see the biggest deer I've ever seen from a deer blind. The problem was, it was the wrong kind of deer. It was a big, beautiful, and green John Deere combine. Delaware doesn't have a season on those type of deer. It just happened to be that the day I could hunt was also the same day that the farmer decided to pick the beans. Normally that isn't a deal breaker when it comes to hunting whitetails, but if he's still picking beans 30 minutes before dark, the deer won't normally enter the field until after dark. Which is exactly what happened. Deer were all over the field when I was heading back up to the truck, and they didn't pay me any mind at all. But with any luck, this hunt will be different. I have a great feeling about tonight, so let's head on out to the farm for the final evening hunt of the October muzzleloader season. I hope you guys have a great time.
It's the last day of muzzleloader season, and it's off to a rough start. It's about 90 degrees, hot. I actually had to come out of clothes because I thought I was going to have some kind of heat stroke. I got all dizzy, and of course I did that off camera. You guys don't want to see the man beast stripping. That would ruin you. We're just coming off the harvest moon, which is a good thing. But it's hot, 90 plus inside this blind, and I'm extremely overdressed. It wasn't supposed to be this warm. Regardless, you gotta love it because we're out here. But then I get out here, setting up all the camera equipment because I'm solo again tonight. Taylor, he's still home sick. So I realized that I forgot my tripod. Well, I hope if we get lucky enough to get some deer out here that I don't screw the footage up too bad. So bear with me because no tripod. So I'm trying to figure out how to handle all this with no tripod, being able to shoot all at the same time. One way or another, we're going to get it done. And you remember the last time we hunted earlier in the week, we've only had 2 days to hunt this whole 1 week of muzzleloader season, just because of loss in the family and just scheduling conflicts. So this is the last day that I can hunt, last day of the season. And it's been rough. We were out here the one day, and since combines aren't in season, and he didn't leave the field till half hour, 45 minutes before dark, kind of hurt our chances a little bit. Now, when I was leaving the stand, I must have bumped 20 deer out of the field. And because it was bright, I didn't even need a flashlight. I could see them out in the field. So they were there. They just came out too late. But with the moon, we're on the backside of the harvest moon, and we're hoping to get out here a little sooner. Keep your fingers crossed. We're trying, and with a little bit of luck, maybe it'll work out. We'll see.
Every evening, the deer have been coming out to this freshly picked bean field and hanging around until well after dark. Our multi-edge cell cameras are great for providing up-to-the-minute reports on deer activity and the convenience of not having to worry about pulling an SD card. I'm using my old Savage Arms 10 ML 50 caliber rifle that is equipped with a Tasco 3x9x40 illuminated reticle.
Big boy's best friend. Sweat towel.
These yearlings are loving that fresh corn out of the Moultrie 30-gallon feeder. I was hoping some older deer would join these yearlings. I watched these deer for almost an hour. If you let them go, they'll continue to grow, is what I always say.
Just babies. More.
After the group of yearlings left, more came in from the thicket to get their bellies full. These were a little bit bigger, but still not big enough. But they're still a lot of fun to watch. It was a total of 5 of them. I don't know if you can hear it. The neighbor came down the driveway in a side-by-side. It didn't spook the deer, but they weren't sticking around, so they trotted off in the woods. We'll keep an eye on this front field. Maybe they'll circle out, but those were just small ones. Not what we're looking for. We get a doe coming out about twice their size. Or better yet, a nice buck. That's what we're looking for.
nothing through this camera. That's what I get for forgetting my tripod. But I've got other means to capture something in the last 15 minutes. So if I do get lucky enough, you'll still see it. And then I'll do a follow-up with you once I get back out to the car. It's not over.
The bigger deer decided to stay back in cover and never made it to the field during daylight hours. I still consider hunts like this a success, even though I never squeezed the trigger. All for the love of the game. Alright, my family. Well, managed to sneak out of there without spooking any deer. Once we got low light, we pretty much things calmed down after that. And then right about 5 minutes before legal shooting time, I had two really nice does walk out, probably 47, 48 yards from the blind. Something that I would have probably shot. And it was so close to legal shooting time. It's one of them deals where you really don't want to take that chance when you know that the men in green pants might be around somewhere. But just so has my luck had it, as soon as those deer walked out, as soon as I was able to see them, I was actually packing the cameras away. As soon as I seen them, the neighbor, you gotta love neighbors. I mean, there ain't much you can do about it, but he decided to go get in his car for whatever reason and literally move it probably 30 feet. And of course the deer saw it. They didn't spook, but they just turned around and hopped back into the woods, and that was that. So I figured that was my cue to get up out of Dodge and head on back to the car. So we made it back to the car without spooking anything, without hurting ourselves, which is always a good thing. And unfortunately, this was the last day of Muzzleloader. But either way, guys, since it's the last day, next weekend, it's the second antlerless season. And I believe it's only like 3 days. I think it's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know for sure. I got to double check, but I know it's next weekend. So next weekend I'll be out here with the shotgun, probably, because I knocked my scope off the Bushmaster. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to get out to the range and sight that in. So either way, I'll be out here with a shotgun looking for does. And hopefully you'll come along and maybe we'll get lucky. You know, that's why they call it hunting, guys. It's not killing, it's hunting. And I could have killed deer tonight. I had plenty of opportunities to take deer. I'm just not shooting a yearling or anything. I mean, to each their own. That's just not me. I'm out here looking for mature does or, you know, decent bucks that are outside their ears. So, didn't see that until last light. And then, like I said, the neighbor kind of screwed that up. But it was too close to shooting time anyway. But until next weekend, guys, have a safe week. Do everything you can out there to spend time with those that mean the most to you in the great outdoors. And make every minute count of every day, because we are not promised tomorrow, my friends. And with that being said, I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. This was a great hunt. I didn't have a combine blowing dust up in the blind, and the deer were active even though it was 90 degrees outside. When it comes to hunting whitetails, there's always two key facts that you can always count on. The deer are going to eat, and they have to have water. Especially when you're hunting an area that hasn't had any rain in a couple of months and the area is under a severe drought. We have made sure that the food is plentiful, and the farm we hunt has a beautiful pond that always holds water. If you can place a stand or a blind in between their feeding areas and their constant water source, you're going to see deer and have an opportunity to shoot deer. At this point, it's just a waiting game and having the patience to pass up on the smaller deer and wait for those mature bucks and does that you're looking for. If you're seeing deer and you have an opportunity to shoot deer during daylight hours, it's a successful hunt in my opinion, regardless of whether you choose to squeeze the trigger or not. It's your choice to make, and your patience will be rewarded. I want to give a quick shout out to our good friend and Dog Pound family member, Red Eagle. Red Eagle was the winner of our 5,000 subscriber appreciation giveaway, and he sent me some awesome photos of him and his wife Teresa representing the Dog Pound while they were putting in some work out on the range. He also took the time to put together a short video of their time out on the range and used a song that he wrote and sings himself as the background music. He gave me permission to post this video here on the channel so everyone can see it, so keep your eyes open for that short. There will also be a link in the description of that short when it comes out, just in case you'd like to visit his channel and check out all of his awesome music. We definitely have some very talented people who help make up this family, and we are honored to have you all right here with us. So, be sure to tune in next week because I'll be back out on the Delaware farm for Delaware's 3-day late October antlerless firearm season. It's a mouthful. We often commonly refer to that as the 3-day doe season. It just means that the deer taken must either be a doe or a buck with antlers 3 inches or less. I don't have any interest in shooting a small buck, so I'll be looking for a nice mature doe to take home. Either way, I promise you we'll have a great time. Please don't forget to smash that like button, and if you enjoy this type of content, please consider smashing that subscribe button as well. This way you won't miss out on any new content, and it helps the channel out tremendously. Please go and support these great businesses who help make this content possible. STEEL'S Gun Shop, Splatterburst Targets, TIMBERTRAIL E-Bikes, The Scent Stopper, SCHRADER'S Outdoors, HECS StealthScreen, CARLSON'S Choke Tubes, TideWe, and STREAMLIGHT. All of their contact information will be included down in the description of this video for your convenience. And don't forget, if you're gonna purchase some awesome new gear from TideWe, make sure to use my exclusive promo code MDOG15 to receive a 15% discount on all of your purchases. It's just my way of saying thank you, and I'm grateful for your support. So, until next time, spend time with those that mean the most to you in the great outdoors. Time spent with them is always time well spent. Happy hunting, stay safe, but most importantly, God bless you and yours. I'm MDog, and I'll see y'all next time on the Dog Pound Outdoors.